Hey there, it's me, Monica Wallace, also known as Midwife Monica with the Midwife Musings vlog. And here I am, 8 weeks post-op. I finally made it. I made it to the official recovery time, even though it really takes a lot longer than that for your body to recover from an open myomectomy. But this is the official recovery time. They say that it takes about 8 weeks to recover and you can start getting back to your normal activities and things like that. So that's what I have pretty much done. I started seeing patients again, working in a birth center, and that's awesome, and I love it, and I always have, and it's great to be back, and it's great to be supporting women in that way once again, and I feel great. So if you've been following me, you know that my recovery has been fantastic from the very beginning, from like day one, and I've said this before, and I think some people think that I'm a little crazy, but I would actually say that my recovery was enjoyable. Seriously. I mean, people are like, what? Enjoyable? Stop it. But it's true. It's true. I mean, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the time, like, to myself, the time of self-care where I took care of myself and where other people took care of me too, and that was nice. Nobody wants to have major surgery to have to do that, but it was necessary, so, it was great. I did have a lot of pain. I did have a lot of discomfort. I did have a lot of, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful, I want to do it again. But, I think that taking care of myself the way that I did beforehand, before the surgery, was so incredibly important. And that's the reason why I had such a great recovery period, is because of that, because I did that. And when I say taking care of myself, I mean, eating great, eating clean, eating anti-inflammatory foods, staying away from the things that really do like cause inflammation in your body, especially in my body, because we're all different. So what one thing that causes inflammation in my body may not necessarily cause inflammation in your body. Now there are inflammatory foods, obviously. There's anti-inflammatory foods that are best for before surgery. I took supplements to support my body systems. I made sure that I got some kind of activity in every day. So I was doing yoga, working out, going for walks, whatever I could fit in, because I was very busy, but still I fit it in. And you can too. Anybody can fit it in, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, go for a walk, do some stretches on the floor, like get on the ground, whatever. So anyway, but yeah, so I took really good care of my body, making sure I was getting plenty of fluids, making sure I was getting plenty of electrolytes. So important. And my body tolerated the surgery so well because of that. I also made sure that I, prepared my space. I got my recovery team together, my best friend, my mother, my husband. And so I had lots of support. It really does take a village. And I had all of my family surrounding me, calling me, FaceTiming me, texting me, doing, I was very supported, and I made sure that I had that, because that was really important to me. I prepared my bedroom, I just made sure that I had everything I needed within arm's reach, that there was clear walkway to my bathroom. It's just like all these little tiny things that you really don't think about. And I made sure that I got everything that I needed, and I prepared really, really well. And I think that has a lot to do with why my recovery period was so awesome. Now, I am pretty much doing everything normal again. I am here in my office. Look, I'm back in my office. I'm not recording from my bed anymore. But that was kind of fun. That was kind of cool. I'm glad I got a chance to do that. And you got to see what my bedroom looked like. yeah, so I'm going to be doing a video also on, how to prepare for surgery, giving you a few tips if you are having an open myomectomy, giving you a few tips on, what you can do to prepare your body, your mind, and your space. And I think that will be really helpful for a lot of women who are going on to have either open myomectomy or laparoscopic myomectomy or endometriosis excision, which I also had at the same time as the myomectomy. I dealt with this fibroids for so many years. I dealt with endometriosis for decades, and I just feel like a new person. And if you haven't seen, go to my Facebook or Instagram pages at Midwife Monica or at Women's Health Matters Now, and look at the before and after pictures. I took a picture. My husband took a picture of me right before the surgery, the day before, and then I did I think 1 week post-op, 5 weeks post-op, 8 weeks post-op, and the difference is stunning. I was like, whoa, you can really see that fibroid in my belly. And the way I feel is such a big difference. My belly's flat. I feel lighter. I notice when I'm doing yoga poses now, I can actually like bend further because there's no like big thing sitting here in my stomach. Speaking of yoga, yes, I am doing yoga again. I started doing yoga poses, I think around week 4. And I started with little light stretches. I made sure I wore my belly binder. I'm wearing my belly binder constantly. I'm still wearing it. My doctor recommended when I went to see her at 7 weeks to wear it for 4 more weeks. So I think I'm wearing it for 1 more week. It brings the swelling down so significantly. You will be shocked if you have this surgery. It brings the swelling down so much, the belly binder. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it in a week. It depends on if it keeps the swelling down. But I'm also taking supplements to keep the swelling down, and I'm also doing, anti-inflammatory and anti-swelling types of foods, and staying very well hydrated, which is super important after the surgery as well. So I started doing yoga around week 4, and it felt amazing to start stretching my body after being in the bed for that long. I got exhausted really, really quickly after doing it, but it was awesome. Week 5, I progressed a little bit further. I did a couple more very, very small, not difficult poses at all. Just like little forward bends and little like stretches, reaching my toes and things like that. I think by week 6, I was doing planks. I was doing forward bends. I was doing downward dog, things like that. And by now, week 8, I'm pretty much doing everything that I used to do. I'm even doing some crunches and some sit-ups and some ab work. Now I'm doing just a little like I used to do. When I would do abs, I would do crunches and leg lifts and all of these things. I would do about 100 of them or so. I'm only doing 10 right now. So you have to work up to it little by little. But it feels so good. It feels so great. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm just so thankful for everyone that surrounded me and everyone that supported me through all of this. It was a long time coming. And if you go back and watch my very first video, like I was scared to death. I had so much anxiety surrounding this. And, looking back, I wish that I hadn't caused myself that much stress, because obviously we know that isn't good for fibroids or endometriosis or for anything, any of the body systems at all. It's not good to have that kind of stress. So many good things are happening for me right now. Like I said, I started working at a birth center. I'm actually starting to work at another birth center as well. And big deal. I actually am, I'm renting a space with a chiropractor in my area, and I'm super excited about that, to start seeing patients in the office. So I'm so excited about that. Just got the key today. Cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait. I think it's going to be so fantastic. Hopefully I can find a space where I can start teaching classes as well. But I will be seeing midwifery patients there for also for women's wellness, for endometriosis consultations, fibroid consultations, and surgical concierge to help you plan your surgery and plan your recovery. And if you are in my area, maybe even support you through your recovery as well. So I'm so excited about that. I have to go. I have to start. I'm going to do a podcast episode now. One thing about my recovery is I didn't get a whole lot of work done. I had this big long list of things that I wanted to actually do during the recovery, and I didn't do quite as many things as I wanted to. I actually spent a lot of time on myself, but you know what? That helped, and that helped get me to where I'm at now. Now that, you know, recovery's over, at least the part where I lay in bed a lot, and don't go to work. That part's over. So, and now I feel so refreshed. I feel so good, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready to take everything on. I've got my vlog here. I'm starting a blog. I'm working on my website. Hopefully it'll be done. So one thing, I'm so bad at websites. I had no idea. I'm super tech savvy. I don't know why I can't do a freaking website. It doesn't make any sense. It drives me crazy. But yeah, so doing midwifery, I'll be going on calls soon for births and, you know, all women's wellness consultations. If you are looking for a wellness plan for hormone balancing, for endometriosis, for fibroids, for fertility, preconception planning, anything like that, I do it all. And you're going to find some videos on all that stuff now that I'm back. All right. Thank you so much. If you have been following me, thank you so much for supporting me. Stay tuned to the Midwife Musings vlog, because there's going to be so much on here about women's wellness. I'm going to be posting my podcast videos as well. And a lot of it also is just going to be me talking about midwifery, talking about, you know, what it's like personally, my personal experience with taking care of women and supporting women and things like that. So pretty cool stuff. All right, stay tuned. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Go to my Instagram and Facebook pages at Midwife Monica, as well as at Women's Health Matters Now. Like those pages. Tell your friends. Tell everyone you know. Women's Health Matters podcast as well. Anywhere you listen to podcasts. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.